It's been a few years that James and we haven't been to Spain because I think we don't really like to go on the beaten tracks, and Surana, Margalef, Oliana, everybody goes there, and we like to explore a little bit more in general. But recently we heard about Roca Verde. I couldn't even put it on the map.
Our trip to Roca Verde was always going to be a whistle-stop tour. But I think neither Caro nor I were quite prepared for how fast and action-packed it was going to be. Over the 6 days we were here, we visited so many new crags, so many amazing places through Cantabria and Asturias. It's sometimes we totally forgot where we were.
At the end of the day, we changed style completely. We went on to like a reddish quad.
In fact, we changed rock completely. Here in this area, you've got sandstone and quartzite right next to each other. So and just driving down the same valley, you switch between rock, and we went trad climbing on a quartzite.
So Santa Marina, it's a 2-pitch crag, quartzite. Really, there's trad placements everywhere. You kind of think when you start climbing that every single rock is going to stay in your hand, but I haven't broken anything, so it looks fine. And the second pitch I did was like a perfect 6C just on a wall, with like the trees getting orange under you and just the valley, and
it's crazy because you can drive the car to the foot of the crag, but then when you're climbing on it you feel like you're totally out in the middle of nowhere, totally out in nature. We met with Richie close to Casa Quiros, and he took us up to a cool little restaurant. There we ate loads of local food, which is obviously amazing, and had a lesson in how to the traditional way of pouring the local cider. I'd say it's work in progress, but we started to get the hang of it by the end of the night, and drunk quite a bit of cider in the process too. On the last day of the trip, we decided to do something totally different. Richie had told us about the bouldering of the area. When we went up to El Canto, wow, this is like black and white.
And for lunch we had some of the empanadas, one was sweet.
All the blocks in El Canto are independent. You're climbing on real boulders, which kind of gives the area something more. Lots of small edges, little crimps. The rock has a bit more friction to it. El Gacho is really not your typical boulder area. In fact, it's more like a tiny cliff. It's a beautiful place in a stunning location, and actually feels even more lost than the rest of Asturias. There's really nothing up there.
Come on, James. Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Go.
The place is super cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
The very last area of the whole trip was Cabanegro. You have to scramble down kind of the cliff face to get there. You arrive on this wave-washed platform with these giant boulders just sitting there. It's a bouldering area basically on this peninsula that sticks out into the Atlantic Ocean, and it's really one of the most incredible places you could ever wish to climb.